What happened to the time when we could go dancing and have some fun? You know what my son's message was on his deathbed just before he died? He told all of the people that were there, don't go to the clubs or the bars, because the people that go there don't go there to have fun.
I think in a nightclub setting, it is the thing that greases it is the alcohol. You know, we've all been around people who've had too much to drink. We've had too much to drink. And you realize their judgments are never solid. And then you throw into the mix an offhanded comment, something to do with a friend or that, and the inhibitions are just not there. Calmer heads just don't prevail.
There's all sorts of variables that happen when you go into bars, especially this day and age, because there seems to be a lacking in conscience for people. People go into bars for no good reason and are just there and get shot.
It has to change, and that's what I'm about. I'm fighting for my son to make the necessary changes, and I'm not going to shut up until the day I die.
It was essentially a 30-person brawl. There was bodies everywhere, and there was chairs flying, people getting beaten up left, right, and center, and it was a very rough scene. Like, it was very surreal when you saw it. It's something that you thought that you'd see in movies, but it wasn't so much a movie anymore. Like, it was real life. Like, this is happening. This isn't some drunk rowdy getting out of hand. This is massive. It's ugly. I put up my hands, I'm like, you guys have to calm down, we have to stop this, like, we have to calm down. And the one on the right, well, my left, had actually told me to calm down, and at that point had stabbed me with a 12-inch kitchen knife. It was just a blank spot, everything just stopped. Like, there wasn't noise, there wasn't anything. There was just all of a sudden breathing in, looking down, and lifting up my shirt, and it was nothing but blood that's poured out. Like, when someone gets stabbed in a movie and just starts spurting out, they're not kidding. Like, there's a lot of blood inside a person who's under pressure. It was just utter shock and awe, you know, like, there's no falling down. It wasn't a flashing before my eyes before the knife even hit me. Like, there's no life there, it's just stop. It happened. I can't explain how it felt going in. I can't explain how it felt going out. It just felt like, stop, that was it. Just a moment of silence, so to speak.
I actually had a very, very restless night, and I just had a real uneasy feeling. And then so you're kind of in your first portion of the sleep, and then the phone rang. Of course, I wasn't really coherent and didn't really understand what was being said on the other end. It was basically a doctor telling me to come to the hospital. He had incredible pain, even though he tried to cover it up, but I'm his mother, I could see. You know, he was trying to be really strong, but I watched him deteriorate from 215 pounds to half his body weight.
You always ask yourself, why me? Why did this have to happen? Why was I the one that was tapped for this, so to speak? And, you know, you can look at it, like, in my own eyes, I can look at it and accept it. Like, it's like, okay, well, it could be worse. It is emotionally draining sometimes because my daughter almost lost her father. Like, that's huge to me, because Sophie at the time was almost a year old. And it really hurts to think I almost got taken away from that. And I look at the life I had, still have to an extent. It's very active. It's fun. I have wonderful friends, great people involved. And to lose all that would hurt.
Is this what this world has come to? You know, it wasn't a Hollywood movie last time I checked. It was reality. Are we that desensitized? Are we to the point where we can't tell reality from a movie? That when a nightclub spills out like that and people are being hurt, people are being murdered, we're just going to stand by and watch and pretend it's a movie and then walk away? I'm sorry. I can't go there. I mean, this is my prison here. I can't handle what's going on out there anymore. You know, people say to me, well, you know, that's not going to affect me. Or the young people say, oh, that's not going to happen to me. Do you think for 1 minute that my son thought that would ever happen to him? That I, as his mother, ever thought my child would be murdered? No, of course not. Nobody thinks that. But let's get real and see what the problem is out there and how we can change it.
If it got worse, that would be horrific. But I truly believe it's gotten better. Using metal detectors, using airport-style security at the front door, checking those purses, patting people down, reaching down far enough to check the ankles, reaching in the back pockets, making sure people are, you know, being held accountable at the front door, that you're not running your front door so fast to get people in for sales that you're slowing it down enough for security. If I could talk to Aaron Shoulder's mother, I would just say, I think the industry, the bar business, the liquor board, the police, they're doing things better, much better. I just feel so bad that when that happened to her son, that maybe at that time it wasn't as good as it could be.